Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, my name is Abiyah. I am coming to you today inside of my self-converted minivan of fate. In today's video, I am bringing cooking outside in nature by the river. It's been a while since I've been in my second home, my minivan. It's been a while, so I'm excited to go out by the river and cook this delicious meal. When I got to the river, the wind was fierce, okay? We'll just say in so many words, the wind wanted to be part of the show. So for the most part of the video, I am going to be doing like a voiceovers and adding some music because, guys, the wind just had its own plans. And I'm not going to let this footage go to waste because of the wind. The recipe for this meal is going to be listed in the description box below if you would like to make beef kebabs with unleavened bread and a roasted red pepper aioli sauce. The beef that I'm using in this recipe is sirloin steak, and I actually prepared my beef in my marinade the day before going to the river. So that's what you're going to see. And then the next day, we're going to go to the river in faith. Now, this recipe can easily be made in your minivan home or in your converted home on wheels. Your mobile kitchen, your stationary kitchen, this meal can be made either way. So throughout the video, I'll be sharing the recipe and just giving you guys updates on things, okay? Because I'm going on a cruise. No. And no, for real though, I can see that the temperature is slowly declining. Like, it's been like in the low to mid 80s. And then I think next week we're supposed to get in the 70s. Now, I know this is St. Louis and it can easily turn around and go back up to 100, but it's just making me excited getting ready for the weather change because camping season for Abiyah is coming up. And for those of you that are new here, I like to go camping during the late fall or mid-fall, winter, and early spring season because there are less bugs out there, okay? And I get to enjoy the outside without being jittery because of the bugs. So those are my favorite times to go camping with the campfire. My goodness. So I'm getting excited for the change of season to come up so we can be outside some more, doing some camping and some cooking and some relaxing. Yes. So let's get into the video. I'm gonna quit talking and yeah, let's get into it. The day before going to the river, I am going to prepare my beef. Here I have about 1.37 pounds of sirloin steak that I'm going to cut up into kebab-sized pieces. And I'm going to let them rest in my marinade. Let me tell you, this is the best marinade that I've ever made. So I was sure to write down all the ingredients and the measurements for you, and they're listed in the description box below. Now for the marinade, I am chopping up some fresh basil. You can use dried basil. I just happen to have a basil plant, so that's what I'm using. You want to add in your W sauce, some soy sauce, mustard, olive oil, minced garlic, lemon juice, and please use fresh lemon juice. The taste is so organic. Some thyme, parsley, black pepper, and your basil. Give it a good whisk to combine all the ingredients. Grab you a Ziploc bag. Put in your beef and your marinade. Seal it up. Give it a good mix to make sure the marinade is coating every aspect of the beef. Put it in your fridge for overnight or for at least 24 hours. Now this is where it gets really interesting because I'm trying something new. And guys, this is usually how it happens. How ideas just pop up in my head. So this idea turned out to be a great idea. The fat that I cut off from the beef is going to be used to baste my kebab and veggies while grilling. We all know when fat is cooked, it releases oil. So why not create beef oil? Okay, so look at the oil here. That ain't nothing but flavor, baby. Nothing but flavor. You want to cook your beef fat until it releases its own oils. Take all your beef fat, put it into a bowl, and since I'm on this Kerrygold herb and garlic butter journey, I guess I'll just add 3 tablespoons of it to the beef fat. Why not, right? Because we ain't hurt nobody over here, right? So the cold butter cooled down the beef oil, so the butter was not melting. So I decided to add the hot cooked beef fat, and that seemed to work. I gave it a good mix, put it in the refrigerator. This is gonna add another mountain of flavor for your beef and your vegetables. After that, I cleaned up my mess and continued about my day. Today is the perfect day for grilling by the river. Even though it's windy, the temperature is about 83 degrees. But all of the equipment you see here is from my mobile kitchen. And cooking this amazing meal outside by the river sounds like the perfect internal revival for an introvert like me. And right now, I am preparing all of my veggies for the kebabs. You can use any combination of veggies. Here I'm using green bell peppers, red onions, yellow bell peppers, orange bell peppers, mushrooms, and tricolor tomatoes. And after I got them cut to size, I'm going to go ahead and give them a quick wash before assembling my kebabs. Now I'm using the red bell pepper, and I'm going to go ahead and roast that on the grill because with the red bell pepper, I am going to be making a roasted red pepper aioli. As I'm cooking my meal, I keep thinking about camping season for me. I enjoy camping during the late fall, winter, and early spring seasons because there are less bugs outside, and I don't like bugs. So camping season is approaching, and I am so excited to be out in nature and in my minivan home. But during the camping season, I definitely will be sharing some camping meals, and a subscriber requested that I share some soup recipes, and I definitely will be sharing some soup recipes during that time. I just made a homemade chicken noodle soup for my daughter when she was sick, and that soup was delicious, guys. So for the past few videos, I've been talking about this cruise that I'm going on, guys, and I am less than a week away from boarding my Carnival cruise ship to the Bahamas, and I am so excited to be on the cruise. So definitely be looking forward to that. And while I'm on the cruise, I won't be posting any videos or anything like that. I'm not sure how Wi-Fi service and all that works on the boat. So I probably won't be posting during the cruise, but after the cruise, I am definitely going to be sharing my experience on the cruise ship. Now, this is my first time ever going on a cruise. Now, I don't think there's no right way or wrong way to assemble a kebab. I just put them in any order just so that they look appealing to the eye and colorful. That's what I do. So I'm just assembling my kebabs here and getting them ready to be put on the grill. My red pepper is taking a little long to cook because the wind kept blowing out the flame. But I wanted to get that charred look all around the red pepper. So while that continues to cook, I am going to go ahead and start preparing my unleavened bread, also known as flatbread. Now, unleavened bread is prepared without using any rising agents such as yeast. Some of you have seen me make this before. It's a simple bread to make. All you need really is 3 ingredients: flour, water, and salt. But I like to add a little flavor to it, so I am going to be adding in some garlic powder, some basil, parsley, and onion powder. Then you want to add your water and give it a good mix with your hands to combine all the ingredients until you form a dough. Now, this unleavened bread will be used to combine the kebabs with the roasted red pepper aioli. Now, I like to add my water little bit by little bit, just to find that right consistency that I'm looking for. I'm looking to form a dough. So I like to just add my water bit by bit and build up into making that dough. I am over here fighting the wind, guys. This wind is fierce today. My goodness. But while my red pepper is continuing to roast, I'm going to go ahead and start cooking my unleavened bread. And I just use a skillet to cook it in, put a little oil in it, and it only takes a minute or two on each side to cook. And let that cook until you form your own homemade flatbread. So we're going to take our unleavened bread dough and section it off into serving sizes. And I don't have my rolling pin with me, but no problem. I can go ahead and continue this process just using my hands. Now, you want to use some flour on your cutting board or your surface that you're going to put the bread on because it will stick. So I'm going to go ahead and flatten this out with using my hands. I mean, you can go for any shape or whatever. It don't matter to me. I just like the way it tastes. But I'm going to go ahead and flatten these out and then put them in the skillet. Now remember the beef oil that we made the day before, that's what I'm going to use to base my kebabs in. I did pour some of the marinade into the beef oil just to give it a more depth of flavor. And that's what I'm going to use to base my kebabs in. And guys, I am telling you, these kebabs were amazingly delicious. The vegetables were flavorful, seasoned. My gosh, I really surprised myself with this new concoction that I made, and it was so worth it. So after about 2 minutes of the unleavened bread cooking, I'm going to go ahead and flip it over. And you want to see this brown consistency on your unleavened bread. Now I'm going to start preparing my roasted red pepper aioli sauce, and this is a very easy sauce to make. Out of all the bell pepper family, red bell peppers are my favorites. I love them. They're sweet, juicy, and I just love red bell peppers. I can eat them raw. I'm going to go ahead and peel the skin off of the red bell pepper, and I'm going to mix it in my blender with some olive oil, mayo, cayenne pepper, smoked paprika, Worcestershire sauce, and some garlic. Now, I don't have the best blender because this blender really sucks. I do need to upgrade my blender, but this is what I have, and this is what I'm going to use, and we're going to make it work to the best of our ability. But you want to put all your ingredients in a blender and mix it up. And all the ingredients and measurements for this roasted red pepper aioli is listed in the description box below. And as you can see here, I really couldn't fit all of the mayonnaise into the blender, but guys, I'm gonna do what I can and make it work. So I didn't quite put all the mayonnaise in it, which resulted in my aioli not being as thick as I would like, but the taste was still good. So I definitely will be looking into upgrading my portable blender, since now that I have a bigger power generator, I am able to power a more powerful and bigger blender for next time. So the blender I have here is the Blender Jet, and I think this is the first edition that they have. They do have a Blender Jet 2 out. I don't have that, but it's supposed to be bigger and more powerful. But I noticed with the first edition of the Blender Jet, you kind of gotta shake it up and mix it, turn it upside down, and do all these things to make it mix properly. So that's what I'm doing here, and I'm gonna keep this process until I get to the consistency that I'm looking for. Guys, everything is looking fabulous. We are almost done with this meal. I am so excited to eat. Look at those kebabs glistening with flavor. Yes, seasoned, in my opinion, to perfection. Now this is where the wind just took over the video, guys. The wind was just the whistling, but the food is done. I am ready to eat, and my goodness, guys, I am so blown away by the flavor that is impacted on these kebabs with the unleavened bread and the aioli sauce. Oh my goodness, this is delicious. I hope you give this recipe a try. Now, even if you are in the van life community or if you're in a stationary home, this recipe can easily be cooked no matter where you are. So now I'm going to enjoy my meal, and then I'm going to clean up my mess and sit by the river for a while before going home. Guys, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Support your girl and give it a thumbs up and a like, and you can share as well. No problem. And anyways, guys, like I always say, travel safely, live your joy, and I'll see you on the next video. Shalom.